to feel so detached from the result made it feel so much better. Like, I loved it. It was so much more fun. Like, that's how I wanna coach all the time. I've never smiled as much as I smile. And the one message I always said after each one, like, "Hey, let's go have fun. Like, do your job. This is what I need you to do, blah, 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 blah. Here's some water, blah, 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 blah. Alright, cool. Got it? Cool. What do I need you? Cool. Nope. Go have fun. Have fun doing your job. Let go of the result." Before all the fights, the night before, everything, saying it over and over again. Let go of the result. Let it go. Go have fun, do your job. I did that. And for the first time, it was the most enjoyable time of my life.
Shit, I'm about to go wait in this place when you dropping the bass in. The beat inside the streets of awaken. I'm making the break my foot off of somebody's ass. I'm waiting for someone to say my name so I can annihilate them. Okay, then everyone was screaming the rape when I was kicking at the gate till it caved in. Belly scraping by, but now I'm paid. Look at the paper I raked and I'm caking like Jay-Z and Drake. And I hate when people say that I ain't killing shit. The game is my playpen. I punch you in the face and end up breaking your break bands. I'm far from Hollywood. I'm posted up at the days in. Even though the industry say I'm the latest sensation. Drop the song at the award show. Becoming complacent. Mama saw me on TV with just a bum in the basement. You a Captain Saber, who you just touching the cake in.
What up, everybody? You Control You podcast. I'm grateful to God, my family, life overall. And I think this has been a consistent message, but very grateful for the lessons that I continue to learn. And just blessed to be here another day, man. So yeah, share what you're grateful for. Let me know. I'm always excited to hear that. Man, so today's topic is kind of deep, right? A little bit. Borrowed time. And every week, we do a newsletter that goes out to all my students. And I always put a quote in there. And a lot of times I put one of my own quotes up there, something that I want to talk about. But this week, I decided to go with Marcus Aurelius. You may leave this life at any moment. Have this possibility in your mind in all that you do or say or think. And I'm big on whatever you think is what you're going to manifest, right? And it's so weird. I coached 4 MMA fights last week. 3 of them were my fighters. And then I coached 5 Muay Thai fights 4 Muay Thai fights this weekend. So it's kind of crazy when I think about it. So last week it was dealing with the fact that we didn't win some titles. We didn't have the showing that I wanted. But I was able to let it go. And then coming into this weekend, it was just about making sure the fighters' headspace were in a good place. And it taught me something new. After suffering those losses in MMA, to leave that building without any wins that I've never done, that's never happened to me before, ever. To leave that building with no dubs, I came into this past weekend, way more relaxed. Like, I was chilling. And it was a weird feeling. It felt a lot like my last fight, where it was like, oh, I'm just enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying being here. Rode down with a couple of the fighters. and just enjoyed that time. One of the fighters came home with a belt, and the other two put on great showings. And it was just being in that moment and recognizing that I may not have this tomorrow. So I got to make sure that every move I make makes impact right now. Right. And so one of my fighters fought twice on Friday, and the other two fought on Saturday. And my first fighter stops the guy in the first round. Perfect. Cool. He gets like an hour break, maybe 2 hours, and then he has to fight again. And the second fight, I believe we won this fight, but in amateur Muay Thai, you catch a knee to the head, that's illegal. They didn't see it. The ref didn't see it. So called it an 8 count instead of giving us a breather. When we watched it on film, it's clear as day, knee in the head. And so it's like, okay, that sucked. We lost a split decision. Well, that comes into play. But the way he handled it, he was like, look, man, I gave everything I had. I'm like, yeah, I'm proud of you, kid. Like, he did. He gave me everything, and he listened, and he did everything I asked him to do. Like, I can't ask for anything more. That was great. You know what I'm saying? And then my other guy fights, and now he's 1-3 in Muay Thai. And he's constantly battling his mind. And so we're having these dope conversations. And that morning, I basically said, look, man, because he told me he was nervous. He was eating some eggs. And I just sat down next to him, and I'm like, you're meant to be here. But you got to believe that. You got to believe that you're meant to do this. And I'm like, walk in there ready to have fun. Let go of all the expectations. Let go of all the bullshit. And I basically used Conor McGregor as a great example. Like, he knew he was a UFC champion before he became it. Now, does every fighter think that? Of course. Does every fighter hit that mark? No. But the point is, you have to believe. What combat sport is the best for an 18-year-old beginner? BJJ, Muay Thai. One of the two, you'll be all right. If you can, do both. But it was cool, and like, he went into the fight and he won. Unanimous decision. And hurt the guy a lot. Cool. Got a belt. But this last fight, man, this took everything mental. It was mental. It was all mental. So I have this young girl who I've known since she was like a kid. And she's been through it, right? And she's like 19 now. And the woman she was going against is what I would call just a savage. Like, I seen video on her. She's walking, she's like 5'2", 5'3", and she's walking dudes that are over 6 feet tall down and landing big shots, and you can hear it in the camera. Flop. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, okay. And I let her know the night before. I was like, hey, so this is the first time you're going against someone that's actually going to come forward and try to hurt you. I didn't want her to walk into the ring thinking that it was going to be like her last fight. It was hard. Her last fight was hard, but that girl was very technical. And so it was a different kind of fight. Like, we had to actually make it a little choppy and make it a dog fight in order to make the fight close. In this one, this girl wants to make it a dog fight, and she's got the power to lay a dude out. So it was that conversation and watching her freak out, watching the tears come down her eyes. It's like, hey, why are we crying? Why are we upset? And her working through all those fears, her working through being nervous. And at the end of the day, it was like, just be in the moment. Be selfish, be in the moment, be lost in the moment. And she got dropped in the first round. And I'm thinking like, oh shit. She gets up and it looks like she's about to cry. And the ref gets a 7 or 8. She says she can continue, and I just seen a switch hit. And now she was ready to fight. And we gave her a fight, yo. We lost the decision, but my fighter gave her a fight. She did everything that I told her to do in between rounds, before the round started. Like, in the fight, she got her eardrum popped. Like, she did everything I could ask for. It was the first time that I was so proud of a loss. I was proud of her because her win wasn't the fight. Her win was, can she handle the adversity? When you're under an avalanche, can you stay calm so you can survive? And then, can you fight your way out? But you have to weather that. All your fears, all your emotions, will it burn you up or will you use it? And she used it, and she started clocking this woman. And this is a grown woman. She's like 34. It was awesome. And once again, my life doesn't change, win or lose. And I've really been thinking like, I am still in the process of learning of how to live in this moment. And how to not live for others. I get so concerned. Like, it's almost, my fighter said it best. He was worried about a fraud check because he was moving up in competition. And in some ways, I'm constantly fighting that battle within myself. Like, man, am I legit a good coach? Can I stack against these other dudes? Can I stack against these other people? That's not me living for me. That's me living and trying to live up to some expectation, some standard, something. And I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, I tell my fighters not to do that. I tell my son and my daughter not to do that. And it was like crazy, because the more I dove into it, the more I'm like, I just want people to be proud of me. I'm still battling the same demons. They're just coming out differently. They're attacking me differently. I just want to be proud of myself. When is it enough? I still came home to my wife. I still came home to my family. I'm still here doing this, right? And that's why that quote from Marcus Aurelius, Marcus Aurelius, I can't talk now. Marcus Aurelius is so big to me. You may live this life at any moment, have this possibility in your mind in all that you do or say or think. I could literally have a heart attack and die right now. I'd go viral. It's not what I want. But my point is like, our time is so precious. So why are we spending it concerned about living up to some expectation or living up, trying to make someone proud of us? And the only person I can think of is my dad. To have my dad, if he would have said that, if he could look down and say that, that'd be huge. If my wife said it, I'd probably lose my mind. Like, I heard a question. Kirk Franklin asked this to a bunch of brothers. He said, when are y'all happy? When are you at your happiest? Wait, what P say? Hold up. You mean to tell me you need to hear it? It's not a need. I'm living my life without it. It's not a need, it's a want. It's the validation. And I've lived my life so long, like, what about the life you lead? What about the actions you show you? So what, be a man? Ha. I mean, facts. I would say if I was letting that stop me, right? If that was in my way to keep me from, I appreciate that. If it was getting in my way to keep me from coaching, to keep me from running my gym, to keep me from running my business, to keep me from being a father, my husband, then I would say all that. Then I would say, yeah, man, like I'm being a victim. I'm saying I'm recognizing that what drove me and continues to drive me somewhat is the need for that validation, is the want for that, instead of just living in the moment and being okay. Like, I've talked about it on here before. Miyamoto Musashi. Everything's within, right? Hey, I hear you, brother. I'm not, okay, not so obtuse, but this is the reality. Yeah, like I got to get up and still got to do it, right? I still got to get after it. But it's important that I take these moments to recognize where I'm struggling, so I can find, I apologize for being so obtuse. This is the reality. No, I got what you were saying. No, you're not. You're good. And see, like, it's weird. I don't seek validation from other people like that, right? So when you said all that, that didn't hurt my feelings, because I know what I'm talking about right now isn't stopping me from moving forward. But it's like those people that should have meant a lot or mean a lot to me. It's like, damn, are they proud of what I'm doing? Like, do they know that I'm doing this for them? Back to Kirk Franklin and what makes me happiest is like, what makes me happy is knowing that I can pay to put my son in the programs that will hopefully help him reach his dreams. That's huge. Seeing my wife be able to live her best life. That's huge. That's when I'm happiest. watching my students and my fighters overcome trials and tribulations, happiness. My entire structure is built in service of others. And I love that. That's when I'm at my peak happiest. And I think that's what like makes it so tough when they lose, right? Because I'm like, how can I be better? How can I be better to make them better? And it's what pushes us, right? As men, it's what pushes us to be better in our fields. And I know my wanting that validation from my father who's dead, I'm never gonna get it, it drives me a little bit more, right? It pushes me a little bit more. But I also know if I can let it go, how free I would be. And that's the tough part, right? That's the challenge. That's the craziness in it. That's the ego. Like, how do I be great and still be this person? It's like such a weird thought process and a weird situation. And it all comes back to just living in the moment. If I'm just living in the moment, I'm not worried about validation from a man that can never give it to me. And I would be able to look at it differently. This weekend showed me what living in the moment in coaching and not taking take the losses as face value, as that doesn't make me less than. Every single loss I've ever had, I looked at it as I was inadequate. I wasn't good enough. And it's pushed me to get better and better and better and better and better. But at some point, homie, you're good enough. And live in the moment and be all right. Yeah, losses do make you that's why I'm saying I'm so proud of this girl and her fight. It wasn't even the cleanest technique. She just kept fighting. And I'm telling you, this girl she fought was a dog. She I could see it on her face. That's the same face I have when I fight. Where it's I just got one goal. Destroy you. Right? And so my championship fighter, you know what I should have done, Corey, is I should have sent you the fights because I have them. I have them. How much time have we been on our live? 22 minutes. Yeah, we got time. So, but it's so crazy to me how, for some reason, these fights, it just felt good to go coach. It felt great. And I'm extremely blown away by how well they took everything, how well they did, where their minds were, and to overcome their fears was insane. What are they saying on here? I feel the same way each bounce of the ball. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I am just, like I said at the beginning, man, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to continue to learn these lessons. You would think after a little bit I'd get better, but I just sent you an email. So, but journey well, brother. Nice to share this like-mindedness with you. Nah, no doubt, peace. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you sharing everything you've done. So getting on here, like I definitely think that's dope. Like it's, if you're not living for this moment, then what's the point? And it's something I preach about all the time, and it's like, just like a doctor, I'm great at giving out the medicine. I'm not always great at taking it myself, and how it impacts my life and what it's done to me. But like, man, I'm telling you, watching these two people lose and to feel the utmost pride for them and seeing them say, yeah, like I gave everything I got. And I'm like, yeah, you did. Like I've had these processes in losing before, but like it just didn't hurt my soul. It literally felt peaceful. It felt like nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe that as a coach or a person. Just to, it's maybe because I preached it to the fighters so much over the weekend that don't be attached to the result. Oh, I did say that I said that like 20 or 30 times. Let go of the result. Go do your job. Whatever happens, happens. Go do your job. And I kept saying that to them. Like, we don't know the result. We just got to go do our job. And right now our job is to go fight. So walk in there, fight, and inflict pain onto them. That's all we could do. The result will be the result. But let's not be attached to it. And man, maybe I just needed to say it so many times that it finally clicked. But it felt so peaceful, man. Like I didn't feel drained. I felt alive. I was tired. I was exhausted. I was mentally exhausted. But I didn't feel emotionally drained. If that makes sense to y'all. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation where you're doing something and you feel like, man, this is emotionally draining me. Like, damn. That's usually what it's like after coaching. Like, I just feel emotionally drained. I'm like, the highs, the lows, like, oh my God. And knowing that you just got to stay calm. And you're the calm one. You're the one everybody leans on. In this one, it was like, I felt the weight of everybody leaning on me and looking to me, but it didn't feel heavy. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys out there. And all I could attribute it to is that I was just in the moment, enjoying the process. It wasn't about tomorrow. It wasn't about this expectation. It wasn't about this standard. It wasn't about this. I'm just living in the moment. And it was powerful for me. What you think, Corey?
Well, I can take away from that from my own coaching. Letting go of that result. That's the part that hit me. It's hard to let go of that result.
Man.
Because you're moving everything towards a result, to get a result. So you funneled all your strength, your emotion, your energy into trying to achieve a result that shows like my hard work is paid off, or a sense of validation.
Yeah. So I would say I'm living for, Auntie Corky says, I'm living for the Lord, which is living in the moment. Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that. It's funny. You just said something, Corey. You said something when you were talking about you said you're doing all this for something.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing it for? You, just you. What are you doing it for?
What am I doing what for?
Coaching. When you're coaching these kids, what are you doing it for?
I'm doing it to make them better.
I'm telling you, brother.
The result is the attachment to the ego.
Yep. When I when I tell you that I thought I was the worst coach ever when Ryan and Anthony lost 2 weeks ago now. Like, I was like, what? And it's the way they lost.
Yep.
It's like to have some guy just wrestle us and not cause a lot of damage, and another guy to like win by submission in a way that we don't get caught there, not there. And just the mental errors that were made, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I took that hard, yo. And I swear I needed it. It was like, God was like, yo, you needed this. Because then the following weekend, to like just coach another weekend, the very next weekend, right, in a completely different art form, completely different rule set, to go from MMA to Muay Thai, no ground stuff, nothing, like, it's just crazy. And to feel so detached from the result made it feel so much better. Like, I loved it. It was so much more fun. Like, that's how I want to coach all the time. I've never smiled as much as I smiled. And the one message I always said after each one is just like, hey, let's go have fun. Like, do your job. This is what I need you to do, blah, 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 blah. Here's some water, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. Got it? Cool. What do I need you? Cool. Dope. Go have fun. Have fun doing your job. Let go of the result. Before all the fights, the night before, everything, saying it over and over again. Let go of the result. Let it go. Go have fun, do your job. I did that. And for the first time, it was the most enjoyable time of my life. I love coaching. I didn't turn on any other switch. I didn't do nothing. I was just like, it was like I was just, everything was just lined up. It's dope we won a belt. If we didn't, I'm literally living like, hey, we just got to get back to the gym and get to work. All the ways I should have been the previous week. Because when I watched the film, right, I watched the film yesterday of the MMA fights. Little mental mistakes. The wrestler has our fighter against the cage, and instead of turning our hips and shelling to one side, we're just staying straight up. So now he just sucks our legs out. We're better than, we know that. We train that all the time. That was just mental mistakes right there. Right? Okay. It's a we situation because it's a fighter and coaching staff. Cool. We have to work more on that, right? Instead of, I'm a horrible coach, I don't know, I need to do this, I need to do that. No. Little mistakes. Fix the little mistakes. Fix the little mistakes, and he doesn't take you down there. Maybe you wear him out. I don't know if we win, but we eliminate those little mistakes. Now we have something to build on. At the start of the fight, why are we throwing a head kick right off the bat? He's against the cage. Let's pick our shots, keep him there, and force him into a horrible shot where we uppercut the shit out of him and put him on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, little things. And those are things that we can go back and work on. But the system is working. And then I had to dive further. Corey, you're going to love this. I had to dive further and ask myself, am I trying to have a gym that has the greatest fighters, or am I trying to run a gym that creates the greatest humans?
That's powerful.
And I'm going to choose to try to help create the greatest humans. If some of them end up being great fighters, dope. That's not my overall, that's not my mission in life. My mission in life is to help guide and coach these people to just reach all their individual goals and become better people. I can be detached from that result because that result looks different from everyone. Yeah. If we win some titles, great. We win some fights, dope. We lose some fights, okay. Shit happens. Create the greatest you. Time is short. Believe the gospel, 1 Corinthians. Man, I concur. It's what we're talking about with Marcus Aurelius. Like, focus on this being great. It doesn't go your way, fix it. You know what I'm saying? Make the adjustments. I don't know. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. And in a couple weeks, I get to go have that ride again. November 1st, female fighter going to fight for a Muay Thai title. 5 2-minute rounds. Oof. Gonna be fun. And I'm going to go in there with the same mind frame. Because I've been preaching to her. I've given her books to read. And it's like, be detached from the result. Let's just go do our job. Because you got anything else you want to do? No? This is what you want to do for a living? Okay. The result's going to be the result. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get after it. Have fun, do our job. It's funny. All my students and my fighters think I teach them. My kids think I teach them. I learn more from them than I could ever give back. They force me to learn the lessons that I preach without even knowing. Have fun, do your job, let go of the result. You could do anything then. Anything could be fixed then. Don't do it for others, do it for you. And if you do it enough times, then it will eventually be able to provide a life that you can help other people. Man. Yeah. I have a better understanding of Stoicism now. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all think I would be crazy if you see me in the shower, like switching into a different mode for coaching. I was switching modes like I was still a fighter. It's, oh, Yo, rock with me on this.
All right, I'm putting a stoicism definition in the YouTube chat for folks.
Rock with me on this, right? Neo goes to see the Oracle.
Which one? Wait a minute.
The first one.
The first one, okay.
She says, I think she asked, "Are you the one?" or something like that, or like, "Do you think you're the one?" Whatever it is, she's like, "No," or he says, no. It's like regardless. He was looking for someone else to tell him that he was the one. All these people are telling him he's the one. And it wasn't until he believed in him. Oh my God. It wasn't until he believed it that he became it. Now flip all the way to the last one. He already did it, right? He already became the one. He brought about peace. He did all this, right? In the last Matrix movie, he was medicated and lost track of who he was. And he gained new skills, but there was no blending of them. That's what I feel like I just went through this weekend. I feel like as a fighter, as a businessman, I knew how to lock in and become the one, and I always used that when I had to. Mm-hmm. But I never truly became one with myself. It was either I'm Mark or I'm Shah. Right. I'm this monster built out of pain and suffering, or I'm this dude that is the opposite, essentially. And I got to have fun while helping people cause about pain. I wasn't living for anyone else. I knew I was coming home to my family. This is dope. What do you say, Hollywood cut? That's interesting. Man, so does that mean, to tie it all together, that means in order to live in the moment, it's not just not caring about the external and focusing on the internal. It's also letting go of all the results. It's letting go of all the pain, letting go of all the suffering, and just going out and doing your job and having fun. Have fun doing your job. I'm not going to front. It feels like weight is off my chest right now. It feels like light bulbs are coming on in my head in rooms that weren't lit up before. Letting go of the external, focusing on the internal. You can't, which means you're not focused on the results. You're not focused on what other people think of you, how other people perceive you. It's strictly just, this is what I want to do. I believe that I'm great at this, and I'm going to get better, and I'm going to have fun and do my job.
People could take a lot of things away from that.
Because if you're a religious person, God put you on the path that you're supposed to walk. So walk that path. Have fun while you're doing it. Man, that's dope. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all rock with me and stuff, and I appreciate that because sometimes my brain just goes root, 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 root while talking, and I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And I would definitely say, if for anybody that really wants to get some dope philosophy, go check out Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It's a dope book. What's up?
Meditations by Marcus Aurelius?
Yeah. It's basically a book of all his quotes.
I need that.
And it's super dope. It's almost like it's like the Roman version of Art of War.
Okay.
So Sun Tzu has all these different things and not necessarily in order. It's just these things. That's what Meditations is.
Okay.
So, and they're saying a lot of the same things. They're just wording it differently.
Right.
So, but definitely. But man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, yo. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe if you're on YouTube, all that. Keep sharing, keep supporting. I love y'all so much, man. Next week, we're supposed to have a guest. In a couple weeks, I'll have a fighter as a guest. That's the goal. That's the plan. So, all right, y'all, man. You control you. Peace. We out, yo.
Shit, I'm about to go wait in this place when you dropping the bass in. The beat inside the streets of awaken. I'm making to break my foot off of somebody's ass. I'm waiting for someone to say my name so I can annihilate them. Okay, bitch. Everyone was screaming the rape when I was kicking at the gate till it caved in. Belly scraping by, but now I'm paid. Look at the paper I raked and I'm caking like Jay-Z and Drake. And I hate when people say that I ain't killing shit. The game is my playpen. I punch you in the face and end up breaking your break bands. I'm far from Hollywood. I'm posted up at the days in. Even though the industry say I'm the latest sensation. Drop the song at the award show. Becoming complacent. Mama saw me on TV with just a bum in the basement. You would catch me. I fuck your baby mama in the